What a morning, Lord. What a morning. We come at this time to gather our souls, our hearts, our minds. We come this morning together with our brothers and sisters. Lord, what a morning. Sunday morning. People can be fighting and destroying each other. And we're here trying to find love, oh God, and courage, trying to get some strength, oh God, trying to keep going on. And we need you this morning. So we come with all of our sisters and brothers, with one that you have given a great gift to, the gift of life, and her creating and her humanistic endeavors, with all her soul and majesty. She takes us on a journey. Some way, somehow, we come out better. Thank you, God. We're blessed. We're blessed. Amen. Hallelujah. Right on. Shalom. Shalom. I want you to hear this now, it's very important. Hear this. My brothers and sisters, may I at this time bring to you the most soulful, gospel, spiritual group anywhere, God of somewhere. ready. Why don't they stay up there? If there's anybody here who came from wherever you came and this music doesn't touch you, you need to go back where you came from. Come back here again. I tell you, this music will not only raise the dead, it will give the life, new life. After a while. I want to bring this time to the podium. No, we're not going to I'd like to have, this is so good and hot in here. I love when it's hot. No, churches ought to be hot sometimes. I told my Angelou last night, we got the hottest person in America right now. At this time, we have a very special presentation to make. Janice Mercatile, who is president of the corporation and director of the program. Would you come, Janice Mercatile?
The Glide community is a family. It's an extended family. Glide Church is our home, not only a physical place where we gather to celebrate and to feast and to feed and to recover, but a spiritual home where there is healing and comfort and empowerment. Now, in every home, we know that we need a living room where we can be safe, talk to one another, and know that we are unconditionally loved and accepted. Well, we have a new living room here at God, and it is also a living program for young people and teen mothers, offering many programs of empowerment, education, health, self-love and self-definition, parenting, drugs and HIV/AIDS prevention, counseling, creative activities, a library of Dr. Angelou's works, a new scholarship program for higher education. And it is being named in honor of our Shiro, our inspiration, our mentor, Dr. Angelou. Called the Maya Angelou Living Room. We're going to hear just a couple of the young ladies that are benefiting from this program.
Good morning. My name is Tiana. Dr. Angelou, we want to thank you for showing us by your words, actions, and wisdom the power of the truth. When you freed the caged bird and found God in your throat, you freed the voices in us so that we might sing, praise God, and be all that we can be.
Good morning, my name is Peaches. Dr. Angelou, you are a shero. You teach us that we must take care of ourselves and each other, not let anyone separate us, and not forgive or forget the sacrifices of those who came before us. In your words, out of the deepest pain and dark despair, somehow we still rise, And despite the nights of terror and fear, somehow mornings come and we get up and continue on.
Bring this out. Take my stuff off. Jen and I began to talk about well, that's all right. See, I can't. Hey, my brother. We began to talk about this program and its impact upon the lives of young people. We had to go to our roots. The roots of not only my being an African American, her being an Asian American, but the roots of humanity. And we could not think of anyone that has so impacted so many young lives, not only in America, but other places, throughout the world, than the person we're going to bring to the fore in just a few minutes. I have been so moved this morning. I'm weeping. And it's all right to weep. See, here God, it's all right to weep. Somebody said, but it shows weakness. No, it doesn't. It shows strength. A lot of people who need to weep. All right. You know? But this place was so critical to us, and so we didn't have to go to the library, didn't have to go to our own bookshelves, didn't have to go searching research papers, didn't have to call up academia, didn't have to call up community activists. Didn't have to call up anybody. We just called up Maya. And said, Maya, we need you. We need you. We want to make sure that our heritage of love and compassion and of telling the truth to the world, and of making sure that freedom exists, and that we are liberated, and that we are strengthened and given courage, and that God stands with us, even when we don't know it. So we're calling on you. And we called on Maya, and she answered the call. I tell you, she answered the call. And Maya answered the call. You know that something's going to happen. That's right. Now, she was supposed to be here some time ago, remember? And y'all got your tickets and all that stuff. And y'all were just all upset and nervous and all that kind of stuff. And you wouldn't be that Sunday. I walked out down the line and I saw how you were frowning, looking at me. And I said to Jan, you know, I've seen this big house of people at church in a long time. I said, but I know we're going to get this corrected. All of a sudden, there was a call that came here. And we got such good workers here. As soon as the call came through, the thing was set in motion. And I think most of you got your tickets. Some of you got in here without, whoever you are, you better join church. was one who had attained such majesty. I remember my first trip to Africa, and we got off an airplane, and when we did, I saw these beautiful black women carrying all kinds of goods on their head with such majesty, with such rhythm, with such transcendence, with so much harmony, all put together, a sense of destiny and strength and courage and knowing where they were going. I said, my goodness. And here's one who gives to us that kind of understanding. Now I want to tell you something. She didn't have to come back in, but she let other things go. I can hear this. And wouldn't accept other things because she wanted to come home to her church. Where people, rather than go, because she could be getting, big time money. She gonna get a thank you, a hug, and a kiss. But I want you to know something. If there ever was a sister to us, to all of us, I'm talking about humanity. Amen. Here's one. Amen. If there ever was one who loved so much, here's one. If there ever was one who came from the darkness of inhumanity to the resurrection of life, love, and courage, and who, even as she rises, takes us with her, all of us, takes us with. She didn't say, look, I've been there and I'm gone. She said, I've been there, come on, go. And that's what she's done. She's taken us with her. And therefore we want to sing this. Ain't no need for word. Everyone, need the word. It'll all be all right in the morning. In the morning. Ain't no need to worry what the night's gonna bring. 'Cause it'll all be all right.
my mouth to the Lord, and I won't turn back, no. I will go, I shall go. I'll see what the end is going to be. Once riding in old Baltimore, head filled, heart filled with glee, I saw a Baltimorean, he looking straight at me. Now I was 8 and very small, and she was no whit bigger, and so I smiled. But she stuck out her tongue and called me nigga. I saw the whole of Baltimore from May until December. And of all the things that happened there, that's all that I remember. All right. Still, I opened my mouth to all that I shall go. I'll see what the end is going to be. She does not know her beauty. She thinks her brown body has no glory. If she could dance naked under palm trees and see her image in the river, she would know. But there are no palm trees on the street, and dishwater gives back no images. Still, I open my mouth. I will go, and this is for a woman I know. She thinks that up in heaven, her flag lies late and snores, while black cherubs rise at 7 to do celestial chores. Miss Rosie, when I see you, your black, brown, beige, red, yellow sack of a woman, I say, Miss Rosie, when I see you, sitting, waiting for your mind, like last week's groceries. I say, Miss Rosie, when I see you in your old man's shoes, with a big toe cut out. I say, Miss Rosie, when I see you, who used to be the prettiest gal in Georgia, used to be called Georgia Rose. I say, Miss Rosie, when I see you, through your destruction, I stand up. And I open my mouth to the Lord, and I won't turn back, no. I will go. I shall go, and what the end is going to be. Thomas Wolfe, but in his titles of the book, You Can't Go Home Again. The truth is, if you're blessed, you never leave home. You take home with you. It's in the hair follicle. It's in the bend of your elbow. It's right there between your teeth. That is home. So I never really leave Glide. I just take Glide with me. All right. And I was supposed to be here a few weeks ago. I was in a car in Atlanta, and the phone rang in the stranger's car, and it was my secretary who said, call the White House. Now, I have been told many 4-word sentences. to go to South Africa and represent my country and my people, all of my people, at the funeral of O.R. Tambo. I will be delighted to go. I had never been to South Africa, although I lived many years in Africa. But I couldn't go to South Africa because the government proclaimed me a prohibited immigrant. They said I would make trouble. They said I would leave the next day. Then the phone call rang again, and they said, no, come tonight, and we'll leave early in the morning. And then I was told, no, be at Andrews Air Force Base. At 7 o'clock tonight, we leave for Johannesburg in Air Force Two. Now, what Reverend Williams, my brother and friend and spiritual leader, said is true. I never leave home. I always remember where I came from. And I remember a small town in Arkansas, smaller than this state, where I grew up. And I thought about Mama, and I thought about my mother and my Uncle Willie, who raised me. And I thought, my Lord, what would they say if they knew their baby, who, because I had been raped when I was 7½, and because I told the name of the rapist, he was killed, I thought my voice killed him. So I stopped talking for 6 years. This mute baby affair, this person who a number of people in the town said must be an idiot. They said, oh, you know, it's a shame Sister Henderson's California granddaughter went mental. This one, who it would be said of me, she can't go anywhere. Can't possibly. But she's a moron, you know. People used to see me in the road, they go, what would they say if they knew that I was asked by my country to go and represent my country? What would they say in Stamps House? What would my grandmother say? That is it. And my Uncle Willie. So I'm not going to take a lot of time, but I do want to tell you all about Uncle Willie. The reason I want to do that is to remind you, and to remind myself, that what Sister said, Janice Medikitani said, is true about sheroes. People live in direct relation to the heroes and sheroes they have. Always and in all ways. And sometimes the hero shero in our lives might look like anything. 10 miles of dug-up road in Burma in the winter. Might use very bad English or no English at all. Might be physically different from others. But that person every one of us has an Uncle Willie. And if we keep him or her with us, we go everywhere with grace. Just anywhere. When I went to my uncle, I was 3. Uncle Willie started me to learn to read because they had a store in the little town in Arkansas, my grandmother and my uncle. And he taught me to do my times table. He used to grab me. Now his whole side was paralyzed, his whole right side. But the left side was really big and strong. And he'd grab me by my clothes behind my neck and hold me in front of the pot-bellied stove. And he'd say, now sister, with the attendant slur with his condition, sister, I want you to do your 5s. Sister, do your 7s. Sister, do your 10s. I learned my timetables perfectly. Even now, after copious libation, and staying up all night long, I can be asked, do your 12s. I've got my 12s. I think so sure that somehow, if I didn't learn, he would manage to wouldn't allow a moth or a spider to be killed in the house. Never. But I learned. But my uncle died a few years ago, and I went down to Little Rock. I stopped at Little Rock. And I was met by Miss Daisy Bates, one of America's living legends. Miss Bates led the black children into the high school, causing the National Guard to be sent out by President Eisenhower at that time. So Miss Bates is a friend of mine. She met me. She said, "Girl, listen." I didn't have to tell you she was black. She said, "Girl, listen." She said, "There's somebody who's dying to meet you. And I just want you to, I want to bring him to your hotel tonight. I know you're staying overnight in Little Rock." I said, "Bring him." So she brought about 15 people, but she brought this one man who was really all right. You know what I mean? I said, "How do you do?" He doffed his 10-gallon hat. He said, "I want to shake your hand. I want to hug you." I said, "I sure appreciate it." He said, "You're down here in Arkansas because Willie has died." I didn't know what to say. My Uncle Willie left the little town of Stamps twice in his life. Once he went to Hope, Arkansas, which was 30 miles away. And in the early 30s, he came out to California to visit my dad. He was too ashamed of his condition to even go to Louisville, Arkansas, which was 5 miles away in the county seat. This good-looking, erudite black man said, "Yes, you know, the state of Arkansas has lost a great man." I said, "Uncle Willie?" He said, "The United States has lost." I said, "Uncle Willie?" He said, "The world." I said, "Let me sit down." He said, "You know, because of your Uncle Willie, he taught me in the 20s. He gave me a job in your store and paid me 10 cents a week. Taught me to read and write and to do my times table." He said, "And because of him, I'm who I am to get to today. I guess you want to know who it is." I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "I'm Mayor of Little Rock, Arkansas." Police escort you downstairs when you get ready to go to Sam's. Now, when I was little in Sam's, the boys, as they were euphemistically called, would ride over into the black area, threaten, maim, and kill people because they didn't agree with God's choice for the colors of the people's skin. All right. And my brother and I would take potatoes and onions out of the blend and help my uncle to laboriously get down into the bin, and we'd cover him with potatoes and onions because it was so dangerous for any black man to be extant outside, available on a night when the boys would ride. But my brother and I would look out the window. They'd have huge bellies and big guns would set off like that. And they didn't wear sheets. They didn't have to. They were too arrogant. Maybe they didn't have sheets. When I went downstairs that next morning, there were 8 of them. 50 years later, there they were. I started weeping and laughing. And I gave each one, I stopped with each one and gave them a big kiss. I want to thank you in the name of my Uncle Willie. I thank you in the name of Uncle Willie. There he's looking after me. This is a hero. I remember Mr. Bussey, the mayor, said, "Now when you get down to Little Rock, I want you to look up, to Sam's, look up this man. He's a good old lawyer, and he's a good old boy." I expected an old black man. I walked into this office, this young white man, he said, "Good morning, Mr. Angelou, I'm just delighted to meet you." He said, "Mr. Bussey called me from Little Rock. He's the most powerful black man in the state of Arkansas. But more important than that, he's a noble man. Because of him, I'm who I am today." I said, "Let me just sit down." He said, "You see, Mr. Bussey called hold to me when I was 12 years old. poor, crippled in the South in the 20s, when lynchings took place every week within our county. And here's this man. How far his influence goes, I have no idea. But I do know that people live in direct relation to the heroes and sheroes they have. And so, when you keep the person alive and yourself alive in your past, in your present, then you have a chance of having a future. For Miss Roberta Flatt, called Willie. And I give it to you with hope that in this song you will have a chance to remember the men and women who paid for you already. Because whether your ancestors came from Ireland in the 1850s, trying to escape the potato blight, or from Eastern Europe, trying to escape the pogroms and the murders and humiliations, arriving at Ellis Island, having their names changed to something utterly unpronounceable, or if they came from Asia in the 1850s to build this world, to build this nation, build the railroads, unable legally to bring their mates for 8 decades, or if they came from South America, Mexico, someplace, trying to find a place that would hold all the people, all the faces, all the Adams and Eves and their countless generations, or if they came from Africa, unwilling, lying spoon fashion, back to belly, in the filthy hatches of slave ships, and in their own and in each other's excrement and urine, they have paid for you and me already. Is show ourselves as grateful. Yes. And prepare ourselves so that we can pay for someone else who is yet. That's all it is to it. It's a very simple matter. So here's this song. Willie was a man without fame. Hardly anybody knew his name. Crippled and living and always walking lame. He said, but I keep on moving. I'm moving just the same. All right. Solitude was the climate in his head. Emptiness was the partner in his bed. Pain and cold and the steps of the tread. He said, but I keep on following where the others led. I will cry and I will die, but my spirit is the soul of every spring. Look for me, and you will see that I'm present in the songs that children sing. People call him uncle, boy, and hey. Said you can't live through this another day. Then they waited till he would say that, but I'm living in the games that children play. He may enter my sleep, people my dreams, threaten my but I keep coming and falling. I'm laughing, I'm crying. I'm certain as the summer breeze. Look for me, ask for me. My spirit is the surge of open sea. Call for me, wait for me. I'm the rustle in the autumn leaves. When the sun rises, I am the tide. When the children live and learn and love, I am the Rhine, just wait for me. little and low. I find me a man wherever I go. The second woman said, they call me Streambeam, I'm so tall. Men see me and they're ready to call. The third woman said, I'm young as morning. I'm fresh as dew. Everybody wants me. Look at you. Cake. Men start to tremble every time I shake. This woman said, I am little and low. I am close to the ground. They like to just pick me up and carry me home or carry me to town. The sixth woman said, when I pass 40, I drop pretense. Because men like women who got some sense. The seventh woman speaks for me for obvious reasons. She said 55 is perfect. So is 59. Because everybody needs to rest sometimes. I wrote this poem at the bequest of the president. I'm happy to say it has been published and translated into 41 languages. I recited it at the inauguration, and at my other church in Winston-Salem told me, now, Sister Maya, when you finish reciting this that you're writing for the nation and the world, come home to Winston-Salem and give it to your fellow parishioners. I said I would do that. So I went home and I did recite it at my church in Winston-Salem. I have not used the poem again until this morning. A rock, a river, a tree, hosts to species long since departed, marks the mastodon, the dinosaur, who left dried tokens of their sojourn here on our planet floor. Any broad alarm of their hastening doom is lost in the gloom of dust and age. But today the rock cries out to us clearly, forcefully, come. You may stand upon my path and face your distant destiny, but seek no haven in my shadow. I will give you no hiding place down here. Down here, down here, there is no hiding place down here. Oh, I went to the rock to hide my face. Rock cried out, no hiding place, no hiding place down here. You, created only a little lower than the angels, have crouched too long in the bruising darkness, have lain too long face down in ignorance, your mouths spilling words armed for slaughter. The rock cries out to us today, you may stand upon me, but do not hide your face. Across the wall of the world, river sings a beautiful song. It says, come, rest by my side. Each of you a bordered country, delicate and strangely made, proud, yet thrusting perpetually under siege. Your armed struggles for profit have left collars of waste upon my shore, currents of debris upon my breast. Yet today I call you to my riverside, if you will study war no more. I'm gonna lay down my burden, down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the before cynicism was a bloody sear across your brow. And when you yet knew you still knew nothing, the river sang and sings on. There's a true yearning to respond to the singing river and the wise rock. So say the Asian, the Hispanic, the Jew, the African, the Native American, the Sioux, the Catholic, the Muslim, the French, the Greek, the Irish, the rabbi, the priest, the sheik, the gay, the straight, the preacher, the privileged, the homeless, the teacher. They hear. They all hear the speaking of the tree. They hear the first and last of every tree speak to humankind today. Come to me, here beside the river. Plant yourself beside the river. Each of you, descendants of some cast-on stranger, has been paid for. You who gave me my first name, you Pawnee, Apache, Seneca, Cherokee Nation, who rested with me, then forced on bloody feet, left me to the employment of other seekers, desperate for gain, starving for gold. You, the Turk, the Arab, the Swede, the German, the Eskimo, the Scot, the Italian, the Hungarian, the Pole, you, the Ashanti, the Yoruba, the crew, bought, sold, stolen, arriving on a nightmare, praying for a dream. Here, root yourself beside me. I am that tree planted by the river, which will not be moved. I shall not be moved. I shall not be moved, just like the tree that's planted by the rock. Oh, I shall not be moved. I the rock, I the river, I the tree, I am yours. Your passages have been paid. Lift up your faces. You have a piercing need for this bright morning dawning for you. History, despite its wrenching pain, cannot be unlived, but if faced with courage, need not be lived again. Lift up your eyes upon this day breaking for you. Give birth again to the dream. Women, children, men, take it into the palms of your hands. Mold it into the shape of your most private need. Sculpt it into the image of your most public self. Lift up your heart. Each new hour holds new chances for new beginnings. Do not be wedded forever to fear, yoked eternally to brutishness. The horizon leans forward, offering you space to place new steps of change. Here, on the pulse of this fine day, you may have the courage to look up and out and upon me, the rock, the river, the tree, your country, no less to Midas than to the mendicant, no less to you now than the Midas then. Here, on the pulse of this new day, you may have the grace to look up and out and into your sister's face, into your brother's eyes, your country, and say simply, very simply, with hope, good morning. Good morning.
You're going to give some money before you go today. Most of the folks in here are members. I want to thank you so much. Ushers, let's start taking up the offering right now. Don't let nobody out. Yeah. Don't forget to go down to Freedom Hall. There's a big room full of folks down there. Get the baskets down there quick. Thank you for your pledge and your tithe. Thank you for your giving. Thank you for what you mean to us, all of us. Here is the family coming together, extended. Now at this time, Bonnie, come up here, my dear. Come on, Sister Todd. Come on. This is Sister Bonnie. She's going to give the announcements and she's going to make a statement.
Hi. I've been asked to talk about what brought me here to life, and indirectly it was moving sister out. I saw it 12 times. The reason that movie was important to me was I'm a survivor of incest. I was incested by a brother, my stepfather, family doctor, and the first psychiatrist that I ever saw. And I was talking with my therapist one day in about September, October, and I said the worst violation of all wasn't to my body. It was a spiritual violation. And I go to 12-step groups, and I'd be in therapy, and I'd go to church, but I couldn't feel a connection. And when I saw Sister Act, something in me knew, this is it. This is what I want. And my therapist said, why don't you just go to live? And I did, and I never left. The first day I became a member, I just knew. It was a church where people participate. It was a place where I could come in if I was grieving. I could have those tears. I wouldn't have people run from me. And when I listened to that choir, I just knew there is a spirit in this church. And I'm part of that church. So thank you for letting me watch you. I'd like to invite you to come downstairs to Freedom Hall after the service. There are tapes of today's service. There's CDs. And we also have a video of the live ensemble on sale for $20 today. There's Cecil's book, of course, No Hiding Place, and Jan's book, Shedding Silence, and a book by our children with poetry that is well illustrated that I've enjoyed. I'd also like to mention that there's a scholarship fund available to send children to summer camp. And the scholarships are for $100 apiece. They normally charge $400 per child to go to this particular summer camp. And at Live, we've been offered a $100 per child special. So I encourage you to support a child to go to summer camp. I also want to mention that there's a new date for Computers and You. It's going to be Friday, July 23rd. And lastly, I want to mention that this is Cecil's 30th anniversary. And we are planning a celebration in September. So those of you that would like to come and be part of our publicity, be part of ticket sales, or just help with all the fun, go downstairs to the Freedom Hall and sign up.
Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you very much. On the 4th and 5th, which is week after next, Bill Cosby will be doing a benefit for Live at Lake Tahoe at Paris. Those interested in going, you do your own calling up there for your ticket as well as for your reservations for the hotel. If you're interested in going, we already have about 30, 40 people who are going at different times, but I think most of us are going to talk Friday night. And for the first show, and that's the 7:30 show. about this. Bill has done this for 4 years now. So we're very pleased about that. Also, on August the 28th, we will be flying to Washington, D.C. A group of us for the March on Washington. And anybody who's interested in going, sign up, and we'll work with you on going there. We usually get a plane, or we go on a commercial flight together. You know, like 100 of us go together, and we go and march that day and come back that night. So we go early that morning, come back, march that day, and then come back in the evening. That's a Saturday. It looks like that the big observance, the major event for the 30th anniversary is going to be on September the 23rd. And we'll be talking to you about that. We've asked for Susie Tompkins and Maya Angelou to be co-chairs of that 30th anniversary for us. We have a lot of folks involved in it. We want you involved in it also. Some of you have already signed up. Be sure you sign up on the stage. Now, one other thing. If there's anybody in here who's not a member, you can go to room 209 and there will be people there to meet you for membership.